Alright, good morning. Welcome to a new day 365, my channel on addiction, relapse, and recovery. So I'm back. I thought I was going to be gone a little while, but so I'm going to start off with, so just for the people who watched my last video, one of the commenters, they you said you've been watching for a year and you didn't think I was doing too well. And I just want to let you know that, I'm okay. I'm actually 27 days sober again. I'm almost back at that month mark. And I haven't been able to get a month sober since November. So, I mean, I'm okay. I'm actually in a good headspace for the most part. I had an incident a month ago that scared me. I'll get to that in a minute. And since then, I don't know, somehow in my mind I've been able to turn it around again. Like I deal with a lot of stuff. Like, we all deal with a lot of stuff. I'm not going to say I'm special. My case isn't worse than anyone else's. But this emotional stuff, like when my ex friggin' cut me out again, when she just friggin' ghosted me after being back together a few months. And, I'm so immature and so, I'm not working my program the way I should be. I'm not living the 12-step principles yet. Anyways, I got all depressed and I let that take me out, right? And I couldn't find the love for myself, I just didn't have that. And I kept going out over and over again. It still bugs me. I still think about it every day. I just think about how much of a failure I am and how I can't even keep my family together and things like this. And it's getting better, but it's tough because I was with this woman 16 years, 15 years, and I love her, right? And she wants nothing to do with me, and that's tough. It's but that's where I got to start working the program, right? Turn it over to God, let go and let God. And I keep trying to impress my will upon everything, and it makes things worse. So I've got to somehow want to let this go. And I'm getting there. But anyways, I got lots of excuses why I relapsed, right? Anyways, I'm 27 days sober. Right now I'm in London, Ontario. So last week, so the treatment program I was in up until March, I was having some difficulty staying sober there. I kept, they let me, they were harm reduction, and I was able to get away with too much, right? And I kept relapsing, but they wouldn't kick me out. But after the incident 4 weeks ago, like I said, I got scared. So I'll tell you about that in a second. So I started calling other treatment centers, and I was able to get into one fairly quickly. And it was out in the country. It was out there, man. It was on 100 acres of land. And I get there, and there's about 25 guys. It was fine. The guys were fine, all that. But they had too many rules, and again, one of these things where I need to turn over. They have too many rules, and I was so uncomfortable there. They wouldn't let me vape. I could smoke cigarettes, but I don't want to go back to smoking cigarettes. And I didn't like that. I couldn't have my phone, which is why I wouldn't be able to make videos. I couldn't have my phone there, and a whole bunch of other things that anyways, I was there for a week, and I was so on edge the whole time, just angry. And so what I did is I self-sabotaged, because I didn't have any money, and the closest city was a half-hour drive. And so in order to get to that city, if I wanted a cab ride there, I knew I needed to be discharged. I knew I needed to be kicked out. So Monday morning, I threw a little fit like a child. I was like a 5-year-old little child, and they wouldn't give me my nicotine patches. So I threw a fit, and I dropped my coffee cup there in the lobby. I just dropped it, and when it didn't break the way I wanted it to, I smashed it with my foot. Like, this is immature stuff. I get this. And like I should have just buckled down maybe and just did it. Like, I was in a safe place. And anyways, so that happened. They discharged me. I got to Barrie, the closest city, and then I got on the GO train, which is like, an city to city transportation system. So I got on the GO train, went back to Toronto. I was in Toronto the whole day. I was trying to get into a detox or a shelter, something to like just keep me safe until I can figure out my next step. And yeah, they were all full. All the shelters and detoxes were full. So I stayed on the streets in Toronto that night, which is fine. I didn't use. I got through it, like, because I do not want to be high, right? I don't want to get high. And that didn't work out. So I had an intake date for another detox center yesterday at 2 p.m. But my sister phoned me, and my sister who lives in London, and she had a major life event happen, very traumatic life event happen, that related to her directly or indirectly, I'm not sure, but anyway, she needed help and support, so, and I needed a place to stay. But she needed that, so I come to London to stay a couple of days with her. I haven't seen her in a while, and my sister's kind of sort of always been there for me, in some supportive way or another. And so I came down. I'm with her for a couple of days, give her support, and I've rescheduled, because I called the place I was going to go to. I called them, told them the situation, and I'm able to go there on Monday. So I've got a semi-plan. I'm going to try to get into another treatment center. I'm still on wait list for sober living, but I've got to, I want to be somewhere safe, and I'm going to do this. Yeah, so, okay, back to a month ago. What happened then? So I had just relapsed. I was about 3 weeks sober then. And I relapsed. I went to go to a meeting, but there's a guy there that sells meth. So he was the first person I saw. And so as soon as I saw him, my first words out of my mouth, I had no defense. First words out of my mouth were, "Hey, you got something?" Of course he did. I got high. And I tried to stay in detox for 3 days. I tried to get into detox for 3 days, but I couldn't get it back because, again, they were full. So I did get in 3 days later, still using. And I went to detox, and I was so fucking high, blah, 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 blah. And then detox let me leave to go to a 12-step meeting. But, so then I left, I went to a 12-step meeting, but I didn't go to a 12-step meeting. I went and got more dope. Got some speed, got some clean rigs, and on the way back to the detox center, because I didn't use it, right? I was waiting to get the detox to use it. I ran into a guy on the subway, and this guy just gives me friggin' some fentanyl, and I've never used fentanyl in my life. I'm not an opiate user. I don't really care for opiates at all. And the first thought, I was wasted, right? The first thought, I was like, oh, I could sell it. But I didn't sell it. No, I took this back to the detox with me. I loaded my rig, and I mixed the speed and the meth and the fentanyl together. And so I was using my drugs, and then the next thing I know, I'm waking up the paramedics and police and the detox staff. They're all around me, yelling at me, and I was like, I didn't know what was going on, right? Like I know, I've heard, I know fentanyl kills people. I know plenty of people who have died from it. But I had no idea, like, it put you out like that. Like I was doing it, I didn't even finish doing it. I was just, the next thing you know, I'm coming to. I guess I did an RKME like 4 times. And that put a scare in me. That put a scare in me, like, because I don't want to die, but I was pretty close that day to dying. Like, when I finally looked at myself in the mirror a little later, I had scratched on my forehead because I had banged my head off the bathroom sink. And detox cheeked me out. I went back to the treatment center where I was staying, got in my bed, and I ended up staying there for another 3 weeks, sober. I stayed sober the rest of the time I was there, except for maybe a joint or 2. And yeah, and that got me to the other treatment center where I was at a week, which got me to today. So here I am, 27 days sober, 27 days clean. Like, my sponsor helped me get to London. Yeah, that's, and I don't know. But what I've realized is that, like especially with that episode last week and stuff, like, I realized I'm kind of an asshole. Like, when I'm angry, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I let everyone know I'm angry. Like, I don't try to hide it. I can't hide it because I'm so unhappy. That's what it is. Like, I'm unhappy with my life. I am miserable. I am alone. I am sad. I'm angry. I'm all these things. And I don't want to be this way. Like, I have to find change. And, like, but that real inner change, that deep work that needs to be done. And I don't know, but I think that starts with turning it over to God. Like, I've got step 1 down. I know that I'm alcoholic. I'm powerless. I know that my life is unmanageable. I see this. This is very clear to me. And I know it in my soul. Step 2, came to believe that a power greater than us could return us to sanity. Man, well, I'm starting to grasp, like, just how insane I am. Not certifiable, but my thinking's fucking nuts. Right? Like, okay, I'm gonna take this fentanyl to sell it. Oh, wait a minute, let me try it. And then almost kill myself in the process. Like, that's insane. I don't know. Anyways, I'm safe. I'm sober. I got a good sleep last night. I'm contented. I've got to go to Tim Hortons to get a coffee, though. I left my sister. I left my sister for a few minutes so I could go get this coffee, and yeah, that's my life, man. Like, but I've got a plan for Monday, and like, this ride's not over. I'm not done. I haven't given up. I do, on the other hand, have to stop trying to control this situation with my ex and just let it be. I've got to let that relationship die, and I have a hard time doing that too. But I'll get there. I will get there. Anyways, there's my update. I hope you're all right. I hope you all are well, and I love you, and thank you for your support, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye guys.